Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Sunny Coast's very own podcast called the Referral Wave, riding the tide of success. My name's Tony Cross, and by day, I've got a car brokering business called Drive Connect. But today, I'm joined with Michelle Rawlinson from MTA Travel. Welcome along.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to talk about my business and
No,
BNI.
yeah, looking forward to learning a bit more about the travel industry. So let's jump into it. Can you tell us a little bit about your business and what you do for it?
So basically, I'm an independent travel advisor with MTA. So I'm a franchise owner. I am based on the sunny coast, but recently relocated from the Gold Coast where I lived for 36 years. And so I have been in the travel industry for it's probably close to 24 years now. Now that I have a background where I came from the bigger stores, and like I was with Flight Centre for 14 years and Hello World, and then decided that I could do this job on my own as a franchise owner with MTA Travel. So basically I specialize in sort of creating personalized trips for everyone. So whether it be luxury escapes, cruises, honeymoons, multi-generational trips with family members, or, I have a few younger clients that do, your sort of Kentucky holidays or your top decks. So yeah, that's basically what I do. I meet clients via a Zoom meeting or in a local cafe, or I can go to their home or they can come to mine. That's how it works.
Yeah, right. So mobile and on the go, making it easy for people that are working hard trying to save holidays.
Absolutely, yes. And it's all more that personal service. Like my clients get that personal service. Like when they're on their trip, I have a WhatsApp contact group with them so that if they need me, they just contact me. Yeah.
So therein lies an important idea in that just describe to us some of the benefits of using a travel agent rather than just booking it online yourself. One of those being that they're in contact with you if flights get delayed. Talk about that a little bit for us.
Okay, so for instance, let's talk about, I had a client last week who had twins. They were 19-year-old twins, and they were all going on a trip to Rarotonga at 7 o'clock in the morning on the day that we're leaving. One of the twins actually had a tantrum and was not getting on that plane. So at the very last minute, I had to sort of work out a way that we could try and recoup some of their money. Also, that meant the one of the twins is traveling back by himself, and he's a young traveler. So I had to sort of make sure that when he traveled back by himself, that he felt comfortable. I've been calling them and we've been talking over the phone from Rarotonga to get to sort of make sure he was okay. So that's one instance. It's like if you're overseas, and I've had a client that's broken their leg. So the first person they call is obviously me, and then I will call the travel agent. I'll call the insurance company for them, and then get them to sort of liaise with me and the client so that I can help as much as possible. And I'm basically, for emergencies, I'm pretty much 24/7. Obviously, if it's something that can wait until business hours, that's fine. But most of the time, if it's really important, the clients know that they can call me at any time. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess it's bit of sort of personal assurance, isn't it? That if you're traveling overseas, at least you know that back home you've got a friendly face that
Yeah.
that you can ring and
Yeah.
say, "Hey, I've missed a flight," or "Flight's been cancelled,
Yeah.
help me out," rather than
Yeah.
being in the airport lounge yourself on your iPhone trying to sort it out yourself. So
That's
a bit
right.
of peace
You
of
enjoy
mind.
your holiday. Yeah, they enjoy their holiday, and I deal with what I do day in, day out here in my little office.
Yeah, great. Oh, awesome. So what led you to joining BNI?
Oh my goodness. So actually it's the best thing ever. Like when I left Flight Centre and I went to Hello World, and the owner of the Hello World store said to me, "Oh, do you want to go to this BNI?" And I'm like, "What's BNI?" And so I went to the first meeting. I came out there, I rang Andrew. I'm like, "Hell yeah, I want to go. Like, this is it's a no-brainer. But for them, I was literally working for someone else at that stage. So, but I saw the total value in it. So I joined BNI through Hello World, and then I stayed with them for the 2 years, and then COVID happened. And so obviously Andrew, I was still working for Hello World, but he closed down my shop that I was working in. And he obviously couldn't afford to travel agents and owners of travel agencies couldn't afford BNI. And there was really no need. So then I went back into the shop and to Coolangatta, the other shop. And I was just like going day in, day out. And it was like, I have enough clients from my Flight Centre days and people that have followed me along the way to actually do this on my own for what I was earning during JobKeeper time. So I contacted MTA, and then it all sort of happened from there. And so at that stage, obviously, I was on a break from BNI, but like when I started my own business, straight away I knew. So I rang Alona on the Gold Coast, the owner of the franchises down there in BNI. And I said, I want to come back. And she was really generous and really helpful, because I was like one of the first travel agents to come back. And honestly, you wouldn't not be in BNI for many, many reasons. For being I was a sole trader, working at home, working from home on your own and whatnot. So it gives you that little bit of people time as well. So yeah, that's my BNI story.
And how have you used BNI to enhance your networking? You talk about you already had a heap of contacts, but obviously you joined to keep those going. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I've always get lots of like referrals and whatnot especially from the Gold Coast people, because obviously I was there for such a long time. It's building up now. I've been 4 or 5 months up here, so I'm starting to get a few inquiries from the BNI up here, which is great. And then so basically they just I've forgotten the question. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
No, how have you used BNI to enhance your networking?
Yeah, so honestly, I use BNI as my go-to for my personal stuff as well as everything. Use it for my business. Like I didn't know anything about business, so also having those people in my network that knew about business, that helped. I could ask them questions, and that's the other good thing about BNI. It's not also about referrals. It's about helping each other in business. And then obviously I use all the different category, all the different seats and the people in the chapter for my business, the accountants. I've had a transfer people that are in the business in BNI that I still use. And I also can use people from overseas, because there's things called destination management companies. So they're in companies that were in the countries that I need to use to book my clients. And it's really helpful having someone in country.
So have you used your BNI network in some of those countries before? As
Yes,
some
I
of those
have.
people in
Yeah, in
Yeah,
India.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
great.
they're just, I know, it's great. Yeah, I was in India a couple of weeks ago, and I came down to my hotel, and there was a BNI meeting happening in my hotel. I was like, oh my God, if I had known, I would have went to it and gotten out of bed a bit earlier.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's fantastic. So,
mm.
when it comes to your success in BNI, obviously you've been in BNI, out for COVID, back in. Is there any standout stories that you want to share with the listeners?
Oh gosh, I did have something on that. Probably my standout story is coming back after COVID and building, like, my business has grown every year since coming back, since 2022. I think I rejoined, and every year it's just blown out of control. And BNI contributes to that. It's also the referrals within the Facebook groups and stuff like that. People tagging. it's it's the recommendations that come along with it. And honestly, my business has gone crazy. Like I've gone from just in the process of going from sole trader to proprietary limited. So I think that shows a little bit of success. Yeah.
Yeah. And as you said, having that BNI family to come back to
Mm. Yeah.
after a difficult period like COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, and having and yeah, we're talking to a loaner and her, suggesting where to go to up here. So yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Look, what's one bit of advice you would give to any new BNI members listening?
Stick with it. It's not a 3-day holiday, it's a long-term holiday. You know what I mean? It's like you have to stick with it. You can't just go in and expect that you're going to make $1 million in the first year. It's about earning trust. It's about getting those relationships with all the people and making the most of all that and listening to advice from other people. And yeah, that's what I would say. But stick at it.
Yeah, seems to be a common thread, and you do see people in it, don't you, that are in there and they're wondering why it's not all happening all of a
Yeah,
sudden. But
yeah,
time is a proven thing,
yeah.
isn't it? It's that
And
know,
I think
like, and trust, and as time goes on,
yeah, and you have to be proactive. If
yes, 100%.
it's proactiveness, and yeah, that's how I think people see that as a group. You see the proactiveness, you see positivity, and that's where you want to give your business. So yeah,
Yeah, it was funny. Only last week, our vice president overlaid our referrals with the amount of one-to-ones we were having, right? And
yeah,
they nearly mimic each other as they go along, right?
yeah,
So uh,
yeah.
you gotta be invested in it and get involved.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel sorry for the people who have one-to-ones with me because I talk too much, but
That's fine. Good for a podcast.
you have me on every week.
Good for a podcast, not for a one-to-one.
Yeah, true.
Well, look, what's next for your business? You talk about how it's growing so well. What's next on the horizon?
Well, like I said, I've gone to PTY Ltd. For me, my business on the Gold Coast, like all my clients on the Gold Coast, is amazing. They're still booking with me, still, it's still churning over. For me, I need to build the Sunny Coast. So anyone out there wants an amazing travel agent, give me a call. I don't think there's many of us in BNI at the moment. So happy to do as many one-to-ones with everyone as possible. But yeah, it's about growing the business up here on the Sunny Coast, which is,
Yep.
my aim.
And for those people that are listening that don't have a travel agent in their chapter, what's the details about your chapter for them to come and visit?
Um,
Where are you got? What time are you got?
on a Thursday morning at Good Life Community Centre at 6:45. Just give me a call and I can send the invite.
Yeah.
My number 0410-152-812. That's 0410-152-812.
All right, very good. Yeah, you're on the same time as us, hence the reason I've never been up there. But we need to swap some subs one day, and
Yeah. Well,
uh,
yeah, I'd be happy to sub if you want to sub for me, and we can.
yeah, we'll
Yeah.
line up because we don't have a travel agent in our chapter.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
Let's
it'd be
do
good.
it.
And I'm sure you don't have a car broker in your chapter. So hey, look, what's the one core value of BNI that
Right now, it's building
resonates with you?
relationships because, like I said, I moved from the Gold Coast to the Sunny Coast with my husband and my 26-year-old daughter and left the rest of my family on the Gold Coast. And I basically said my family is BNI at the moment. So, yeah, building relationships. And that, I think it shifts, your core value shifts as time goes on too. So, yeah.
No, excellent. All right. Well, how can listeners get in touch with you? You can give us your phone number again, but what about websites and things like that?
Yeah. So my website, I do have a new website, which is michellerawlinsontravel.com. And then I have my email is mrawlinson@mtatravel.com.au or BNI Connect.
Yes, good. Very good. And all the times I've asked people on the podcast about where to find them, no one's ever said BNI Connect. There you go.
I'm a little bit BNI
You're,
converted.
you're,
Converted.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Converted, yes. All right, very good. Well, look, it's been fantastic having you along.
Thank you.
Always great to hear a success story, especially someone that's moved chapters, moved regions. So it's fantastic. I wish you all the best on the sunny coast
Thank
and
you.
keep growing that business.